Madonna. It's BBC Radio Newcastle. It is the sound of the northeast. Oh, you know what? There's a lot been going on in this studio today. We've had actors arriving. We've had performers arriving in the studio. We've had astronomers in the studio. And now you might well be able to hear packages being opened. Oh, you can. That's it. And oh gosh, if this was smell-o-vision, it would be even better. That's because it's Restaurant Week, Newcastle Restaurant Week. It kicks off today. And we thought we'd find out a little bit more about Restaurant Week because there's so many of them right around the whole region. But Newcastle was the first, and it's a very celebration this year. Joining me in the studio now is Shah, Amin from My Deli Restaurant in Newcastle and Rachel Barlow from Anyone, who organises Restaurant Week. And while Shah's doing his thing there, Rachel, there's a lot going on. Tell me about the origin of Restaurant Week, because where did the idea originate 15 years ago?
So the idea came about actually from Terry Laybourne. So many people will know Terry, who is the owner of 21 Group and has celebrated restaurants on the Quayside like 21, Broadshire, all of those. And he'd been out to New York, who had a very similar idea. And he came back and he said, I would love to do this. But, you know, I'm a restaurateur. It would be great to have an independent person do it. And it was where our current chief exec, Stephen Patterson, he stepped in and said, look, this sounds like a fantastic idea. It sounds very simple. 3 really easy pricing points. We do 2 weeks a year, 2 of the traditionally quietest times, which were January, just after Christmas, understandably, and then in August as well, when you used to have that traditional factory shutdowns.
Yes, yeah,
so we did those 2 weeks, and you know, back in the day there was 11 restaurants got involved, and now we're at 120 restaurants. It's our biggest, you know, event to date, and it just shows that, you know, the people of Newcastle and the surrounding areas love it. The restaurants, they love it as well. It guarantees not just, you know, workers, you know, having extra hours during that week, but also it's, you know, a huge economic impact for them being able to have those 2 set weeks a year.
And Shah, we've got My Deli, of course, and unveiling all of these beautiful packages, and I'm just laughing because you've never seen so many people suddenly appear behind the glass there because they know there's going to be a lot of food around. Tell me about My Deli and your origin story. When did you open?
So we opened in May. First of all, thanks for having us. It's a pleasure to be here. We opened in May 2019. For us, Restaurant Week is absolutely amazing. It's a fantastic event. I was just saying earlier to Rachel, it's that busy for us that it's actually busier than Christmas. So that's how great it is. And, you know, we're always delighted to be involved.
Yeah, and it's been going for such a long time. And as Rachel says, 15 years. And in 2019, it was like, I'd like some of this action. It was that. Let me get involved as well. So you obviously do see a big difference.
We do, yeah. For us, you know, we want people to come and try our delicious food, obviously. It's a great experience. What we also do on our menu, by the way, is we also have our regulars, our best, you know, our best dishes that we have on the menu. And we always add 1 or 2 dishes that's new for kind of, you know, our regular diners to come back and find there's something different on the menu. But yeah, it's brilliant.
So you've actually brought in some samples, which, is this the best job in the world today, Rachel?
Oh, absolutely.
Isn't it? Just, it smells amazing. So you've brought in a range of different samples. Just talk me through the type of dishes that you prepare at New Delhi, because we've got new listeners all the time, some very close in Newcastle, right the way around the whole region, and they might not be familiar with the type of food that you cook. So just talk me through.
My Delhi is all about transporting people to Delhi. You know, Delhi's got a rich history of cuisine, from the Mughals to the street food, and for us it's to bring the taste of Delhi, the tapestry of all the different flavours that we've got. You've got the kind of usual, you've got onion bhaji on our menu, you've got chicken tikka, which I brought for you, but we've also got new dishes. So Delhi has influence from right across India, and one of the cuisine that's very popular right now is Indo-Chinese, and that's a cuisine that kind of started in Kolkata, and that was a Chinese community who migrated from China to Kolkata over a century ago, and they made their home there. They also developed a cuisine which is now so popular in India, and that's some of the dishes that we've got. So the first thing over there is cauliflower Manchurian. So this is like a plate full of umami. You've got cauliflower, and honestly, you won't believe how good cauliflower tastes after you've had this.
Shall we
I can
delve?
vouch for that one because I had that and I did remember twist my face the first time I tried it and I was like, oh, here we go. I was blown away and ordered it as part of the restaurant week menu last time.
Go for it.
Well, the smell is delicious. And when you say cauliflower, what am I going to do? I'll steam it a bit and put it on a plate with some veg and some meat. But this is elevating the flavours.
Absolutely.
We hear the term umami, and I hear that a lot. What does that mean?
It just means there's just a smack. When you put that food in your mouth, you want to salivate, you want to hit the right flavour notes in your mouth, and that's what this does. It's got lots of texture, so it's got the crispy, it's got the spicy, it's got the tangy.
Wow! I tell you what I'm going to do. Hold on a second. Right, Nathan, Bex, get in, because I'm talking. I'm going to be able to eat while we play Snow Patrol, but I can't eat while I'm chatting away. That's what we'll do. So they're going to give a little try. Don't eat it all, though, because you know what will happen. They'll be straight in there.
Oh, my goodness.
It smells amazing, doesn't it? This is a treat. So if you can try, don't eat it. Save me some. So this is the fusion. This is really interesting. So this is new to me. Yeah. I've heard of Indian street food, but the flavours of the Chinese sort of elements, that sounds new.
So,
yeah.
When I talk about tapestry of flavours and cuisine in Delhi, that's what Delhi's home to so many different communities, and that's the rich thing about Delhi. So Indo-Chinese, it's so popular. I was only there a few months ago, and we've also got something else called tandoori momos. So if you're not familiar, I don't think many people will be familiar with this, but this is hugely popular. So this is Indian-style dim sums. It's steamed in the kind of usual dim sum, cooking method. Then we roast it in the tandoor, and it's got chicken inside. It's got all the flavours, beautiful flavours, and my Delhi. What we everything is all about authenticity, and the spices, the marinades we make in house. We import our spices directly from India as well, so we try and retain as much authenticity as we can. So that's tandoori momos.
Wow. And I think from layman, we enjoy the food, but learning how to cook and cook from scratch. Have you ever thought of classes to teach us how to do it? Or is this the family secret?
You'd be surprised. We've got on our social media channel, we've got Chef Nitin, who's part of our kitchen team, and we share recipes all the time. He gets millions of views actually. If you go on our channel, you'll see some of our videos are hitting 15 million views. He's sharing lovely recipes that he cooks for his children, for his wife, cooks for winter days as well. So follow the channel.
Absolutely. And so some of the dishes, I mean, look at this. They've gone quiet. Can you believe it? Now, Bex and Nathan are the chatterboxers, but they just write them. Come in here. Come in here.
You wouldn't even know you were eating cauliflower. Because it's got a light batter on it, like a tempura type.
Yes,
so
that's right.
It's really crunchy, and then the garlic hits you with those big chunky onions, and the flavours are just juicy and like zingy, like really, really tasty.
And that's what Indo-Chinese is supposed to do. It's supposed to give you a kind of flavour sensation in your mouth. One dish I have to talk about though is our butter chicken, and that's what's made, I think, my Delhi what it is today. It won us the BBC show Britain's Top Takeaways. So butter chicken originated in Delhi, for all the listeners out there, and we bring the authentic flavours of that butter chicken, and it's a very humble dish. It sounds simple, but to get the balance of tomato, cream, butter, the kind of the warm spices, you've got to get that right, and that's what our chefs do very well. They roast the chicken in the tandoor first. We create this makhni sauce, the butter masala sauce, and it's just irresistible.
Wow.
It's a comfort dish, and it just makes you just want to scoop it up with the naan bread. And
I can see you are super proud of not only the work, the food, the heritage. It's all in there, just in your face there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big foodie myself.
Yeah, of course.
And, before my Delhi, I used to eat out at all the restaurants as well, and this kind of cuisine was few and far between. And when we worked on our menu, we worked with the chefs, and the chefs are from Delhi as well. So the dishes that they grew up eating, it's just. I guess as a foodie and also as a restaurateur, that's what you want, in a business.
And in a project like this, a week like this, everybody, there's only so many people can come to restaurants. And I suppose throughout the year, you are not rivals, but, you look to see what other people are doing. But weeks like this, you just want to share your love of food and brag about the region.
And that's what this event is all about. We're just, we're part of something bigger. We know that, and we add something that everybody else is, and everybody else is adding something. So it's just great to be part of an initiative that allows us to
do
share
that. Yeah, and Bex is still back in there with the cauliflower. Well, she better leave us some, there'll be trouble. So, Rachel, now for people who haven't been to Restaurant Week before, so we know what it is, but how do you do it? Do you have to get in touch with all the restaurants individually?
So the best way to do it is on our website, getintonewcastle.co.uk. It lists all the participating restaurants for Restaurant Week. So all 120 are on there. And this is where you can have a bit of fun and get a bit choosy. So you can go through and see everybody's menus so you know what you're getting before you book up. The beauty of it is as well is that, the group chats are all saying, well, I want to try my deli or whichever. It's good fun. And then it's a case of booking up. And, you will get people who on the day Restaurant Week is launched book up because they're desperate to try somewhere. Or actually there's somewhere that, they absolutely love and they just want to go back and support them. So you have those type of people. You'll have people that literally this morning will go, it's Restaurant Week, I need to get booked, what's available? But there's always tables out there, and I think that's the thing. Of course, if you're wanting a Friday night or a Saturday night booking, there will still be tables out there. We will highlight on our social channels what availability is where as best we can, but now is the time if you were looking at booking to do it.
So it's August and then it's January. And do you have an idea of how much money it brings into the economy for the region?
Yeah, so last year our 2 events brought in over £2 million of an economic push into those venues. It was fantastic. And, we only monitor based on the Restaurant Week menus. So, Shah people might want dessert at his place or they might want extra drinks and things like that. We don't monitor any of that. So this is just purely on the Restaurant Week menus alone. And then you've got the ripple effect for the city. We see the atmosphere build and the buzz in the city. Even today we were talking about it because you'll have people who go for drinks beforehand. They get their transport in. We're really proud this year that we've partnered in association with Tyne and Wear Metro, who are very supportive of the week that we do. They see a big influx of travellers who, who want to come and experience not just the event, but the city buzz in general.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much. I'm going to play Snow Patrol before that cauliflower goes. Thank you.
In this vegetarian, is it potato and pea?
This one's mixed vegetables, so it's got peas, it's got potatoes.
She's got her hands on that. She's got her hands on that. Thank you very much, guys. It smells incredible in here. I'm going to play you Snow Patrol and then we'll bring you the news.